All right, Smell Good family, before we get started with today's video, just want to let y'all know I'm excited for this video. That's pretty much it. I'm excited. This fragrance that we're unboxing, this brand that I've been discovering over the past maybe month and a half. I've known about the brand for, quite some time, but really getting a chance to dive into the brand, I'm super excited. So I just want to let y'all know that. That's all. Matter of fact, this intro probably didn't have to be here, but it is. Let's get to today's video and let's see if the train is still rolling with my new discovery that I'm really enjoying what I put my nose on so far. Let's get to it, y'all. YouTube, what's going on YouTube? What's going on? What is happening, man? Of course, it's your guy one more time, DEDRICKHICKSJR, and now I'm back with another fragrance video. Smell Good family. Hopefully everyone is doing well, doing great, doing fantastic. And as always, man, it's positive energy, it's positive vibes, and most importantly, it is positive vibes only. All right, so as I said in the intro, I'm super excited to really dive into this brand new fragrance that just got to my doorstep. I'm diving into the house of Bodhicia. Man, like a lot, I've been recently documenting my new additions to my collection from the house. Of course, starting off with Blue Sapphire, Energizer, and now this beautiful one here today. But I want to give a special shout out to Vimba. They did not sponsor this video, but just want to shout them out. They have excellent prices on niche fragrances, and thank God I've been able to save some money and inquiring some of these fragrances from Vimba, and this is yet another addition. So shout out, and you can get samples too. This is their sample box here. Really nice. It might be classy with my studio light, but just a classy white box. Vimba opens up and samples. So I got samples and I have a full bottle. So let's tap in. What are we talking about today, y'all? From the house of Boadicea the Victorious, we have, we'll see what it is because this is a blind buy. We have possibly another great rose fragrance. We have Ardent from Boadicea the Victorious. So just got this in a few minutes ago, just unboxed it. Well, I should have did it with y'all, but I was so excited. So I had never seen the Boadicea box before I got Blue Sapphire, but here it is for those who are wondering. This is the casing that it comes in, and this kind of unlocks right here, boom, and then it opens up, and then the fragrance sits right there in the middle. So really dope. It comes with another box that you gotta rip apart. I should have showed y'all, but my bad. But like I said, I was excited to get to this one. So why Ardent? This is a total blind buy. I have been hearing about Ardent for quite some time. As a matter of fact, shout out my guy Tazzle, the reviewer. He was the one that kind of told me, AD, they got a rose fragrance that you might want to tap into. But I had heard about it before from EQ and Bowtie the fragrance guy. And I just been intrigued. But what really got me was I saw someone in the comments. They said it is a much better version of Tom Ford's Noir de Noir. I believe that's what it's called. And I love that fragrance. It's been on like my wish list to have that fragrance from Tom Ford for a long time. This kind of damp, wet rose, patchouli, spices, a little bit of a powdery tone to it. So that's been on my list. But when I looked up Ardent and I heard Bowtie and EQ, they were talking some stuff that I needed to hear, and therefore here's the blind buy. Got this for a great price on Vimba. I think I paid like $160 for this one. Blind buy, $160, still a lot of money for a fragrance. Hell, a lot of money for anything. But hey, this is what we do, right? So let's go ahead and tap in, go to smell it for the first time, give my thoughts, look up the notes. And this is the fear of blind buying. So let's see what we get here, y'all. So we're gonna get it on my left hand. 2 sprays, that pressurized atomizer. Get that in the air. Wow, definitely getting that rose. Getting that rose. It is beautiful too, wow. If you know anything about Boadicea, the quality is next level, truly. I'm getting this kind of sweet, kind of honeyed rose here. In the air, it's very attractive, very sexy. It is just created a bubble in this space right now. Wow. Wow, this is really good. Like in the air, I can just smell the quality. I can just smell the dense nature to the fragrance, the realistic play on this kind of sweet and fresh and powdery style of a scent. But let's smell my hand and let's see exactly what we're getting here. Oh Lord. Come on, bro. God, that is exquisite. Yeah, definitely getting this it's kind of like jammy. I'm getting jammy, fresh powder. I'm getting all of that right here. Definitely getting the kind of like this kind of sweet drizzle to it. This honey-like drizzle to the rose here. I kind of like underneath it. I kind of get like this kind of oriental vibe to it. Now, this ain't gonna be a fragrance for everybody. No, it is not going to be. But this is one of those that it's kind of like a must try if you are a rose fan. And in its comparison to Noir de Noir from Tom Ford, I definitely see the comparison there. But this one is better. Like this one is better. Why? Because of first impressions, the quality of this thing is on full display. The blend here is awesome. And I love rose, but a damp rose fragrance, it can kind of be tricky for me too. I like how Noir de Noir is done from Tom Ford, but I'm not getting a real like damp play here on rose, which is great for me. My wife doesn't like it either, so that's another win there. But this is super sexy, seductive, erotic, date night. I'm talking about like dinner. Your dinner reservation ain't till 8:30, 9 o'clock. It's going to be one of those nights. You and your lady are getting dressed up. You guys are stepping out to a very nice upscale restaurant. It's about, the vibes, like you and her on this night. If you got children, or children are over at grandma's or their aunties, and they're chilling over there, like we're gonna make a spectacle out of tonight. And this is definitely a fragrance for sure. God, this is absolutely one of the best rose fragrances I've ever got my nose on. Like easy. Let's get to the notes, man. I'm easy. It's definitely up there with Adonis Awakens and Signature Rosé. It's definitely up there, like in the discussion, like for sure. So let's get to the notes of Ardent from Boadicea the Victorious. This is a 2012 release. And like I said, I'm late to the party, but I'm not that late. I arrived just on time. And let's get to the main accords, according to Parfumo.com. Main accords: floral, oriental, sweet, spicy, woody. Not getting much woods here. Not yet, at least. Top notes: Turkish rose, carrot seed, coriander, and saffron. So there, that explains that oriental spice there with that saffron. In the heart, another note of rose, beeswax. Wow. Hidione and jasmine. In the base, vanilla, ladabin, oud, patchouli, amber, benzoin, and musk. So that sweetness is definitely coming from that beeswax, vanilla, and benzoin combo there. Kind of like this sticky, sweet drizzle that you get on top of the rose with those spices. The oud here is not abundantly loud, but it's blended really well with the rose and the sweetness, and that's great. Like I love all kinds of rose fragrances. I love oud, as a matter of fact. I'm probably one of the few in the community that salutes oud and the different tastes, the different vibes of oud. But this right here is nuts. Yo, my wife gonna love this. She gonna love this. Like this is her vibe when it comes to rose fragrances. Like she doesn't like the fresh rose patchouli roses. She's off that. She likes Adonis Awaken. She loves Signature Rosé. But this is more of that. Oh, you trying to get in trouble tonight? And I'm like, yes, I'm trying to get into a lot of trouble. Like this is one of those. This is stellar. I'm so glad to have this. Blind by Warriors, reunite. Blind by Warriors, action, go. We having success here. 3 for 3. Well, really, I've smelled Boadicia's, which is fire. 9 out of 10 fragrance. I've smelled, I think it's 1907 or 1709. That mango style fragrance. It's really, really good. But it didn't move me to want to get a bottle of that. I'll get a bottle of Boadicia's eventually, because I'm a huge cherry fan. But French Defense is kind of like the top of the line, and Chris Collins Manhattan Cherry, Boadicia's from Boadicea. Those are like the 3 best cherries I've ever smelled. But anyway, back to this. My God. And this is something that you can wear in the springtime, summer evenings. It can be a little heavy, so watch your sprays in the summer evenings, depending on where you live, with the heat and the humidity. But the fall, easy. Wintertime, easy. But this is evening only. Like, this is going out with the wife. This is me telling her, hey, I got a babysitter. Go ahead and get dressed. We're going out tonight. We're going out tonight. This is one of those ones. This is awesome. Wow. I'm really vibing with this one, man. And like I said, this ain't gonna be for everybody. This is not going to be for everybody. I repeat, this is not going to be for everybody. Sample, man. Sample. But if you love rose, if you're like a rose fan, you gotta test this one and try this one out. Get you a sample, man. Like I said, Vimba had it for a crazy price. I guess it's for like $160 and some change. For a Bodhicia, that's nuts. I think retail on this is like $450, $500, I believe. Because Bodhicia has different tiers. They got like their really expensive stuff, then they got their expensive stuff, then they got their not so expensive stuff that's affordable. I guess this one kind of falls into that tier. I don't really know. Just kind of telling y'all what I've seen and doing my research and listening to EQ and Bowtie. Like, that's what I'm telling y'all for sure. But I love this. I love this. This is a 9.5 out of 10 for me. This could be 10 out of 10 like Signature Rosé and Adonis Awakens when it comes to rose. And this is nothing like Signature Rosé, and it's nothing like Adonis Awakens. It's 3 different ones. I've smelled profiles like this, like Noir de Noir, but Noir de Noir don't got the depth that this has. It doesn't have that extra bit of magic. It don't have that extra bit of magic. It's really, really good, and I still may one day get it, but I now will be pushing it back because of Ardent. Wow. Hey, Tazo, appreciate you for letting me know. And there was another rose one that Tazo said too to me. I have to hit him up and see what that one was. But anyway, Ardent, 9.5 out of 10. This could be a fragrance that even if you're not the biggest fan of rose, you could be interested in it because of what that beeswax and that benzoin and that vanilla does. As it's drying down, that patchouli starting to kind of sparkle out. Not sparkle, kind of show its head a little bit, but it has this kind of like chocolate factor. This kind of chocolate factor to it with the patchouli, which patchouli can do. Oh my God, this is excellent. I know my wife's gonna love this. This is really good, 9.5 out of 10. And I'm curious now, I'm gonna go ahead and try a sample. I didn't intend to try a sample, but we're gonna try one. So I ordered some samples from with some other Boadicias from Vimba. And I ordered 4 of them, and they came in these boxes. I really like what Vimba's doing with their sampling. They really stepped their game up with the presentation. You get a label on it, Boadicea the Victorious. This is called Azrak. And the reason why I got this one, because I saw my guy, Terry Todd, talk about this one on Instagram. And I had never really heard any conversation about Azrak. The bottle was confusing because it looks like blue sapphire. But the difference in between the two is you have blue sapphire with the blue jewel in it, and Azrak does not. It's just the gold plate. So I was intrigued because Terry spoke very highly of it. I respect Terry's taste. Me and him kind of share similar vibes when it comes to fragrances and other things. That's my guy. And just got to give him credit, man, because he was the one who kind of, he did spark my interest to get a sample. And let's see if this is another one I'm going to be adding. But this is impromptu. I wasn't going to do this, but Ardent got me wanting to smell all these samples, man. Should have turned this into a live stream, but let's get this on let's get it on my right hand. I don't have nothing there. 2 sprays on my right hand in the air. The atomizers on these are okay. Oh, it's clean. Comes out very clean and woody. Kind of clean, woody, fresh. Let's see what we get with Azrak. Oh, Lord. Okay. Oh, my goodness. Dang. Okay. Man, I'm getting it. Okay. Let's settle down. This is different, bro. This is different. This is different. I'm getting like this this fruitiness, this kind of fruity, tarty opening with some like dry woods in here. It's a sharpness to this opening here. I haven't smelled anything like this, but it comes off like it could be very versatile and very much so a daily wear on a different vibe. An example of that, and it doesn't smell like this, like Ganymede. People would like to wear Ganymede daily. And I think Ganymede's great, you know, and you could wear Ganymede daily, but it's so different, it's so unique. You know, the conversation is always about that, but I believe that's one that could be a real daily driver, in my opinion. This is one that kind of fits that mindset. They don't smell alike at all, but boy, yo, I'm gonna have to grab this next. Because in my day-to-day living, man, I go to work. I've talked about it before with my career. I'm wearing slacks. I'm wearing dress shoes. I'm wearing, you know, button downs. Like, I'm, you know, coming representing in the role that I'm in. And this fits this fits that for sure. It's different. What is in this? I'm getting, again, this kind of fruity tardiness, this kind of sharpness. It kind of leads me to believe that it might be maybe some juniper in here. Because as I pull my nose away, I'm getting like it doesn't smell like this, but I'm getting what I get like when I smell Terre d'Hermes Eau Givre. Like this kind of sharp, kind of dryness, but it's clashing with this fruity. Let's see what we got. Boy, this shit got me tripping, bro. This brand ain't gonna be for everybody, man. It's not gonna be for everybody. There's some challenging profiles here, but I'm super dialed into the house. I did not expect to get into Bodhicia like this. I did not. After smelling, I think it was 1907 or 1709, I thought that was really, really good, but it didn't move me to get a bottle. And then I smelled Boadicia's, which is fire, but I'm so hooked on French Defense right now. I didn't see the need to get Boadicia's, but it is on my list to grab at some point. But let's look at Azrak here. This is a 2013 release. And the thing that trips me out is 2025. A lot of these fragrances have been out for years. But it just goes to show you how huge the landscape is of perfumery, man, for sure. All right, so let's get to the notes here. Main accords: floral, woody, yep, fruity, yep, fresh, yep, and spicy. All right, what are we getting here? Top notes, check this out. Bergamot, blackcurrant, there's that sharpness I was talking about, not juniper. Bergamot, blackcurrant, cardamom, cinnamon, lemon, pineapple, and saffron in the top. What? In the heart, rose, jasmine, lily of the valley, violet, spices, and violet leaf. And I'm not a fan of violet or violet leaf, but the blend, I didn't pick it up. In the base, musk, oud, sandalwood, amber, and cedar. I'm getting this tardy, fruity, woodsy, fresh profile here. With that underlying, I ain't gonna say it's underlying, it's kind of going head to head with that fruity tardiness. The spices, that's what the spices are doing. It's not coming off oriental, but it's kind of like that fresh, fruity, spicy type of concoction here. That's what it seems like. Not what it seems like, that's what my nose is getting. Wow. This comes off very versatile. I can see people smelling this and being like, I don't know if I can rock that. This comes off very versatile. Like, I can see myself wearing this in the office all the time. And I guess as you progress in your journey, you know, I don't know. I don't even know where I'm going. I'm just so flabbergasted, like bamboozled by this fragrance. I didn't even intend to smell Azrak, but Ardent had me so out my mind. I'm gonna continue to let this dry down because I need to see if that violet's going to make an appearance and that violet leaf is going to take over. If it does, I'm out because I'm getting hints of it, but the black currant, the spices and the fruitiness, the tart, fruity, spicy, woody action is really taking over here. Like, that's what I'm getting. And there are fragrances that I have that have violet and violet leaf in it, but the blends are so nice, I don't mind them. But there are some fragrances where I have smelled violet and violet leaf, and it's a no for me. It's just a note and a chord that just doesn't, I don't rock with it like that, man. Man, this is really nice. Very different. And I'm looking for that. I'm not looking for anything in my collection to be redundant in any way. And this is, I haven't smelled anything like this ever. I've never smelled nothing like this. Ardent, yes, I've smelled profiles in that nature, but not particularly like blended like this and the quality. This is outstanding. I'm gonna continue to work with this one. I'm gonna continue to let this dry down and see what it does, because I'm a little fearful that the violet or violet leaf may make a appearance and I'm gonna be out on it. So I'll keep y'all up to date on Azrak. But Ardent, oh God, this is a 10 out of 10. Okay, we're moving off the 9 out of 5, 9.5. This is a 10 out of 10 rose. Oh my goodness. Oh, and now it's starting to get that dry down. I'm very familiar with that Noir de Noir. It's starting to kind of head down that road where it's kind of getting a little bit more darker. Oh, this is sensational. This is sensational. Let me get out of here. This video could go on and on. It should have been a live stream. But let me get out of here. But again, shout out to Vimba for their great prices. I was able to scoop this up. I blind bought it. It was a success. Doesn't mean it'll be a success for you. Don't blame me if you get Ardent and you like no on it. Don't blame me. Don't get Azrak and blame me. Get you a sample and see for yourself. All right. Let me get out of here, man. The kids are getting riled up. It's about dinner time, but I wanted to record this first impression and get it out of y'all. Y'all probably hear him in the background, but I'm a real life reviewer. Husband, father, all that's going on. But we were here to talk, and talk we did. Bodhicia the victorious. You have my undivided attention. All right. Let me know if y'all tried these. Let me know if y'all tried anything from Vimba. Let me know down below in the comments. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for watching. Be easy, be safe, take care of yourselves. Positive energy, positive vibes only. Splack it up, splack it down, splack that thing all around. And remember, what you put onto this world is exactly what you are going to get back. Appreciate y'all once again. Wow. Peace. Splack.